Good morning. It is, for the record, Thursday, June the 12th. Let me start again. It is, for the record, Thursday, June the 17th, 2021. My name is Sidney Winston. I am an atheist activist out of Vancouver, Canada. And it's morning, like I said. Well, this is probably what, second, third, fourth attempt at trying to get an online chat room going. Good morning, Cryptomeria. Good to see you. You're up nice and early. What I want to do, though, is before I get the room going, let me just show you what the room looks like when you join it. It's going to look like that. I haven't connected anything yet, but as far as the audio is concerned, as far as the audio is concerned and the video is concerned, you can see that I am not in the video portion of the room, although of course I am in the audio portion of the room. So, if you want to come in, the link is at the top, and you're invited. But while we wait, what I was thinking was to introduce, by way of to get the ball rolling, sort of thing. So what I want to do is just introduce this guy here, Jesus Unfollower. What he's going to do is present 5 big reasons. 5 big reasons that people leave Christianity. So why don't we take a listen?
Why, oh why are people leaving Christianity?
I don't know, you tell me.
Can you feel that?
No.
There's a shift. The percentage of religious people in the United States is starting to do this, while the non-religious percentage is doing this. According to the Pew Research Center, the amount of unaffiliated, or the religious nuns, not nun like N-U-N, but N-O-N-E, is at 22.8%. That doesn't mean that these people are atheists. Actually, only 3% identify as atheists in the U.S. But the number of non-believers or non-affiliated people in the U.S. is going up. Why is that? Why are more and more people leaving?
This entrepreneur brand logo was done by a top freelancer on Fiverr.
Oh, sorry.
Leaving Christianity or never joining it to begin with? Well, I'll tell you one reason. It's the LGBTQ plus discrimination. As the world progresses and becomes more accepting of the LGBTQ plus community, then that means that the church people and religious folk have a decision to make. Do they want to remain in a religion that oppresses that group of people, that marginalizes them? Or do they want to be supportive of the community and their friends and family who are LGBTQ? It's only recently become legal nationwide for gay people to get married. But that doesn't mean that they're not heavily discriminated against still, especially by religious groups. There are still religious people who bring their "God hates gays" signs to pride parades. We still have states in our country who make it really hard for same-sex couples to have any kind of equality, like in Indiana, where they say, oh, same-sex parents can't have both names on their child's birth certificate. What is that shit? What is the point of that? So as people become more tolerant and loving of other people despite their differences, they're more willing to leave a religion who still holds these terrible views toward minorities, people who were different. By the way, the Bible doesn't even contain the word homosexual. It was added later by a mistranslation, which leads me to my next reason why people are leaving Christianity. They realize that the Bible is inconsistent and unreliable. We don't know who wrote the Gospels. When you understand that humans wrote the Bible and humans make mistakes, and early translations of the Bible were hand copied, often with mistakes, or things that the scribes just added to it because they thought it would make it better. Is the Bible accurate? Is the Bible really a good reason to be a Christian? Can we even believe the words that are in it? And even if one likes the teachings of Jesus or believes that the words in the Bible, why should we believe that anything supernatural actually happened when we don't have the proof? Another reason that people are leaving Christianity, and the reason that I did, is because I realized that I was indoctrinated.
Okay, I agree. Indoctrination is bad. Better. Right. So the reason I am interrupting this broadcast right now is to promote the join room for an online chat, which is the sole purpose of actually having. Oh, someone's joining. Excellent. Yeah, let me. Hello. Let me go. Let me fix this here. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Good.
666.
You got some background noise? Why did you join this room?
My age am 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck you.
Alright.
You.
Alright,
Fuck
goodbye.
you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck.
Anything else?
Porn.
Okay. Yeah, well, these are the these are the hazards of having a room. These are the hazards of having an open room. You get people who really, by rights, shouldn't have the intelligence to even use a computer coming in here and doing things like that. Anyway, to get back to what? Indoctrination? Yes. Take it away, Jesus Unfollower.
And I was told what to believe. I was raised in a culture and by parents who believed this, and so those beliefs were passed on to me. When it dawned on me that I would believe completely differently if I lived somewhere else in the world, or if my parents were of a different religion, it was pretty easy for me to understand that I only believed because they believed, and because the people around me believed. For me personally, that was like a switch was flipped when that thought entered my head, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I believe this. Another reason why the US is becoming less and less religious is our understanding of science, our understanding of how the universe and the world came to be, and evolution. As we become more aware of the natural progression of things, then that means that we can more easily reject the need for supernatural presence. And that point sort of leads into what I think is one of the biggest reasons why people are leaving Christianity, and that is the age of the internet, which sort of encapsulates a lot of what I've been talking about, right? So people can look stuff up online. They can find these things out about science. They can read, they can learn, they can research the Bible, they can find out what other people know about biblical history, biblical texts, and they can find a community of like-minded people. Humans are social creatures. I think I'm probably on the lower end of the social spectrum, meaning that I can thrive being alone and, being Ebenezer Scrooge and bah humbug, leave me alone, I'm an introvert, and all that stuff. But overall, humans crave human connection. And even I do. Even this very introverted person craves that connection sometimes. Now imagine being an atheist in the pre-internet days. You wouldn't really have that community. Church used to be one of the main places where you could interact with other people who are like you. But if you're an atheist, church people really aren't like you. But now we have social media, we have online communities, forums, and all that stuff where you can find people who actually think the same way you do. It wasn't easy before. Even when I first deconverted from Christianity and became an atheist, it was 2009 or 10. So yeah, there was social media, but it wasn't like it is now. There weren't all these communities and forums and groups. There wasn't this great Instagram community. There was like Facebook, and that's it. And Facebook is like the most religious place ever. I guess that was kind of before all of our parents got on there, but still. Now there's YouTube and there's Discord and Instagram and Twitter and freaking Patreon and all these places where you can hang out with other people who think the same way you do, who don't believe in God, who might not be able to express that in their everyday lives with the people around them in their actual like real life, if you want to call it that. But online, you can. I forgot to mention Reddit. I always forget to mention Reddit because I hardly ever go on there. I should. I probably should. Oh, here's a bonus reason that people are leaving Christianity. Because of the church's support, their strange support for people who are nothing like Jesus. Trump, Christianity, and being a Republican have merged into one thing in this country. And it's weird. And you have all these people who claim to love Jesus, but they also kind of worship Donald Trump. And I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But there you have it. Those are some of the top reasons why people are leaving Christianity. If you have any more reasons why you think people are leaving, then drop them down in the comments. To help support what I'm doing here, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more atheist and ex-Christian content. And if you'd like to take that support even further, head over to patreon.com/JesusUnfollower. Shout out to all my patrons, Ainsley, Marissa, Leah, Robert, World of Peepers, John, Little Shop of Jesus, Southern Fried Heathen, Sarah, and Jason.
There you go.
And remember, you don't need a God to be good.
That's
and while you're
right.
still here, check out this video right here.
1-800-Godless.
This
Go
is
ahead.
awkward. Click the video, please.
Well, you act like you know, but you don't really know.
It's pretty funny. Okay, so I've now switched over to the chat group portion of the show. The reason for this show to exist in the first place. So let's see. Let me see if I can transition myself out of here and into the actual into the room, the meeting room. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out this internet magic. Just give me one moment and I'll figure it out. I would sing for you in the meantime, but I'm not going to do that because that would just scare away everybody. Hey, Crypto, yeah, I had a troll. You tried to get in again, but you failed. All right, now let me see if I can turn my camera on here. Successfully. Yes, it works. Okay, so anybody who wants to come into, this is the chat room. Anybody who wants to come in, you don't need to see my mug. There you go. Everybody comes in, joins the chat room, and we have a talk. Again, the experiment, I'll keep on doing this until eventually people join in, on a daily basis, but I just want to get the idea out there that this is what what did I call it? yeah, the Google Meet with Sidney Winston. That's what this is. Chance to get together, share some thoughts, share some stories, maybe get some support. The one thing we don't do here is insult each other. This is not a Christian room. This is... Boy, it takes a long time for that camera to come on. This is Sidney Winston's atheist room. Now, we embrace the ideas of humanism, atheism, individualism, rationalism, logic, and critical thinking in this room. So if you do join us, do not bring unnatural, supernatural, non-physical concepts and try to preach them as reality. Because, quite frankly, not going to work. It's just not going to work over here. All right, Crypto. Yeah, take your time. Get one on. I'll probably be doing the same thing. Although I have to be discreet. And it'll be lovely to talk to you. Hey, Wildheart, come on up. You can, You don't have a mic? Tell you what. Why don't I capture the side chat, bring it into the main screen, and then everybody can see your participation. Give me one moment. And I'll see if I can make this happen. I think I have to add something in. There we go. Oh, yes, I think I can make this happen. Oh, I do. Yes. Okay, so what I should do is move myself down here like that a bit, and then bring in the chat something like that. That should do it. And plop it into the view monitor. There we go. Done. So now, sir or ma'am Wildheart, you can type to your heart's content, and you're actually part of the show. Show. How's that? There we go. Now, can you read that? Let me see. Can you read that? There we go. Done. You can read that. Sweet. So this will be the setup then for the most part, for online chatting. Good. This is setting up a little bit of a sort of a blueprint. Everybody wants to type. Well, then I don't even need to present the screen. I just need this screen here where I'm in. I just need to present the chat log, and that's it. Maybe that's all I'll end up doing. I guess it's kind of the same thing. I mean, it's a step backwards technologically, but if we want to interact and nobody wants to come online and everybody wants to just do the clickety keyboard thing, wow, it works just as well in terms of communicating. So yeah, we'll see. And if you are going to participate on the keyboard, then go ahead, throw some stuff in there. So we got two choices here. Either you join in on the keyboard and or you join me here in the live chat and we can carry on and have a discussion. Or I'm just going to end it and try it again another day. What do you say? Come on. Give it a chance. Click on the link. Okay, well let me take the chance, because I usually forget, and it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing for public relations to forget your viewers. So I'm going to acknowledge the viewers in the side chat. We have Cryptomeria. Good morning. I can see Cryptomeria a lot. She's a good fan. Wild Heart 666. Hey man. Thank you for joining. And Tom. You around? Did I see Tom? Could have sworn I saw Tom. Yes, I did. Hey, Tom. Welcome. Come on in. And there was one other person I saw. Muhammad Bra. Is that what it is? Muhammad Bra? MHMD? Muhammad? Hello, Muhammad Bra. Thanks, Wild Art. Appreciate it. I will. I'll give it I will try. That's the idea anyway. Keep it up. So just waiting for Crypto, who has kindly consented to join. So what I'll do is I'm going to go on off camera for 1 minute while we wait for Crypto. We read what's in the typed chat, because it should be buzzing with people who don't want to come on camera. I appreciate it, Wild Heart. You've been enjoying my streams? Nice. You know what? It's very flattering. It's very. It gives people. It gives me the warm fuzzies when a compliment or something positive is said about what I do. Thank you. Oh, what was I going to do? Yes, I have to mute my mic. Hello.
Hello.
Let me just turn that off. Welcome.
Good to see you. Or hear you.
Good to see your avatar.
I haven't done my makeup. I refuse to go on YouTube without my makeup on.
You haven't done your makeup. You haven't done
I
your
know.
makeup. No, nobody wants to see you without your makeup.
No,
So,
nobody
so
wants
you're doing us all a favor. Thank you.
Yes. I'm a beautiful shrubbery.
You actually look very, very nice with your makeup on. So we'll give you time to put it on before you come online.
Well, I have breakfast in an hour. You get a bit of me now.
Well, it'll take you. Surely it won't take you more than an hour to get your makeup on.
Mornings are hard. Why are you being mean?
Because you mentioned the word makeup. I know it's a sore point with you, and I know it's a weak Achilles heel. So I'm grabbing it. I'm going for it.
Well,
like
also,
a wolf.
if you actually understood how weird it was, like, because when I joined church, I gave up makeup.
Yes.
So now it's trying to get back into it.
Well, I've only ever seen you. I've only ever seen you without makeup.
Well, and apparently I didn't melt your computer. That's wonderful. I must.
Yeah, it was. To be quite honest, and I'm talking as honestly as I can. It wasn't the end of the world.
Oh, good.
It wasn't even a factor in the whole ordeal.
But it's like I've had so much experiences where people will take screenshots and then make memes of you and then troll you with them. You see that on Hangouts. I don't want to go through that again. I'm not doing it.
Crypto, my dear friend. That's all complimentary. Okay, people are taking time out of their day. They are thinking of you. They're not stopping you. They're promoting you.
Oh, okay. I'll go with that.
Yeah, it's all It's all free advertisement. It's all free public relations. It's all free marketing. Because those that are highlighting you in memes are not being highlighted themselves.
Can I ask you a serious question?
You certainly can. Go ahead.
Do you see a big difference between Canada and the States in terms of more freedom? I think we have more religious freedom here. Or because we can say we don't want religion. We don't have a religion. Whereas in the States, if you do not have some sort of belief force, it is like you are a monster. And I don't understand this. Maybe you could give me some insight into your experience.
My experience is that there's no religion in Canada. People have their personal... Perhaps they have their personal religious beliefs, but you don't see preachers on every corner. You don't see overt parading of religious what's the word? Religious dogma in the streets. Yeah,
Nonsense.
You don't see that. Canadians by and large are one homogeneous character.
Yeah.
And in America, it's essentially the opposite. It's insanity. If you look at Canada, it's a sane culture.
Except for Alberta. There's parts of Canada, maybe, but overall, we just don't care.
Well, we do care, but we care
care
about what's important.
Yeah.
Religion and that stuff is really not important. And that's why we don't care, because it's not a big deal. It's a personal thing, and nobody in Canada really wants to pry into your business. It's your business.
No,
whereas in America,
more private.
Right? Whereas in America,
oh, you want to flaunt it. You want all of your
everybody,
everything out.
Tell me something. Is there a Canadian version of Shani and Jason?
Well, but they're not on YouTube. I can find a few in like.
Well, they're on she's on Instagram if you want to go and listen. But she's gone crazy. She's gone worse.
She is. I cannot honestly believe this woman has been on YouTube this long, and this has all just been like. I cannot believe she's not in jail. That is. There's no.
What would you put her in jail for?
Child abuse. Flat out child abuse.
You think that what she's done is...
it is neglect. It is severe
I don't
neglect.
know if it's, you know what, I don't know about jail so much, because jail is essentially, it's like the final, you know, there's just nothing else you can do to somebody besides, instead of killing them, so you put them in jail. It's kind of not really much of a solution.
Well, no, but I don't know if they would go into a treatment program willingly. Like when I saw that video of their apartment moving out, I was like, wow, it was like looking at junkies, but I
yes.
didn't see evidence of drugs. And that YouTube is its own drug. Social media is a drug. The way it affects your brain is like cocaine or anything else.
I got you.
People don't realize that. People are so uneducated about basic biology that they do not understand how this technology affects their brains. And then you have someone like Shani. She may not be a drug addict, but she is. It sets off the same receptors in your brain that they behave like it. And we all know it. We all feel that little reward tingle when you get a like.
When you get
wired as humans. It just, people take it to the extreme.
Okay.
And it's encouraged.
Mm-hmm. You know what my take on this is with Shani? Is that she's one person, one abusive mother who's made wrong choices, bad choices pretty much every time she makes a choice. Who is on the, you know, who has a public focus, or has a public presence, and her life is an open book on the internet. Abusive mother.
Well, why would
and
you put that book out? Like,
my point here is that she's just one of probably hundreds of thousands of abusive mothers.
I know.
Okay,
That
now
freaks me out. And a lot of these people claim to be Christians. They claim to be we know the book. We live by Jesus. We are doing the best thing. We are mothers of the world because we believe this book.
That might be why they're abusive mothers.
Well, it's weird too, because her mom isn't that weird. But her mom said something really important in an interview that something happened to her when she was a teenager.
When she was 16, right? Something happened.
Yeah. And I think maybe the key to this is to better address things early on. You make stronger kids, you have less coffins. You know, we're not I've gotten into arguments with the church. They're like, how do you talk to teenagers? I'm like, well, you blew it. Like, you can't. I am so lucky I live in Canada. Like, half of what I want to explain won't even make sense to Americans, or a lot of Americans, because they don't have the same education. Sorry about the traffic.
Are you driving in it, or is it driving by you?
It's driving by me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not finished my joint, okay?
No, take your time, relax. Feel at home, relax.
And have you seen a change in YouTube over the past 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah. Like there's a lot more societal issues than just Christianity going on right now.
I wanted to just pursue something. You said that Shani should be in jail, and then I mentioned that there's hundreds of thousands of other women like Shani abusing their children. Now, should they all be in jail, or just Shani?
No, I think if you hurt your kids, there should be consequences, and I see such a difference in Canada versus the States. In Canada, Shani never would have existed as long as she has the way she has been.
You mean online?
Yeah, it would have been shut down. Yeah. And even though
we wouldn't have tolerated, us as fellow Canadians, we would not have tolerated it. In America, they tolerated, not only that, they laugh. They
celebrate it.
Yes. You know what? Something I saw that was the most disturbing thing that sort of sticks in my head is this. Do you know who Dreadnought is? Dreadnought Silvis?
Yeah. That was the channel I saw the video on.
Yeah. Now, I watched... I
don't know him.
Okay, well, let me tell you what...
Stumbled on it.
Let me tell you what this guy did. Okay? He sat in a live YouTube stream with other people, I think family people, but other people, and sat there watching Shani and Jason's porn movie while sharing the porn movie with digitized bits, that didn't, I guess, violate TOS, and sat there laughing at this porn movie online with his friends.
There's way better movies to react to.
That is not something that is respectful, I think, in any way. You don't put... No, it's not. He disrespected his own wife by sitting there watching porn on YouTube with this really silly smirk on his face, as if he was doing something. He was unveiling something for the first time that was earth-shattering. Well, I think that was disrespectful. I don't think that you should be doing that for anybody, whether it's Shani's video or anybody else's video. Dreadnought Silvis is not a good person. I want that out there. We have
developed a culture of bullying, and I want it to stop. I think what we have become as a community on YouTube is toxic. It doesn't matter what community I'm in. There is just this vein of meanness that I find disgusting. We're better people than this.
Give me an idea of what kind of communities you're in, so I can see.
Well, Al Jazeera obviously is not the best social. It's kind of like a pit match. Yeah, it's kind of like a pit match.
Hold on, so are these communities on YouTube or what?
Well, I'm just like
You're talking about interactive communities? What?
Yeah, it's overall people have...
How does Al Jazeera have an interactive presence?
They have a chat. That's how I
Where?
All of...
Where are these chats?
Have you been living under a rock, Sidney?
I guess, but where are these chats?
Al Jazeera has a live chat. That's how I met a lot of the Google Hangouts.
Where do these chats exist?
It's too early. Dude, I love you, but you're confusing me.
Well, if I wanted to go to Al Jazeera chat, what would I do? Just
go to their live stream on YouTube. It's
on YouTube. Yeah, okay, thank you.
I'm talking about this.
I didn't realize there was live chats on YouTube specifically for chatting. That's new to me.
You're a brat. Oh God, there used to be this like thing like, hey, you want a rich sugar daddy? You go to Fox or Newsmax.
What?
It's like, oh yeah, that was where all the pedos stand.
I don't understand. I still don't get it. What chat groups are you talking about? And where?
They're just.
Are you talking about like
right.
when like Fox News is streaming and the people in the side chat? That
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was.
that's
real
a thing.
funny.
I didn't even realize that was a
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yes, Sidney. I watched the Capitol live on Fox and read the comments in the chat. I still have a bit of PTSD. It was nuts. They got rid of their chat after that. Newsmax will not get a chat on YouTube again. Al Jazeera, it sort of is a mess of spam. So if you block everyone, block all the spam, you actually can read the comments. It's just like that.
Well, wouldn't it just be better to come here?
Well, it is. That's why I'm here. I just also... One of my favorite communities is the horror movie network.
Hey, we have a birthday coming up.
Yay!
Wildheart66. Sorry, Wildheart666. Tomorrow is turning 40.
Congratulations! You won! You made it!
You made it.
Almost.
Another stepping stone.
Yeah. It isn't as scary as you think. It is scary, but
It's only scary when you say, I've made 40. I've made 50. I've made 60. Then it starts getting scary. Because do I really want to say, I've made 70?
well, my mom's rocking it, so
I know. You don't.
like-
Yeah, I know. But you know, time keeps on ticking. You know that saying, when you're 70 or when you're 80.
And it's different for guys, okay? It really, women are over the hill at 18. You know, we get this magic here, and then it doesn't matter after that. You're
Listen,
not sexy.
It's good.
Just enjoy your life.
Right. So make it a long one. And either way, it's going to kind of come crashing down around your ears once you reach, I don't know, let's be really generous. A 90. Say 90.
I could actually, I see so many of my friends and they have awful health. I never go to my doctor. My doctor actually canceled me because I don't get enough. I'm not sick enough for him to see me anymore. I'm like,
welcome back to the land of the healthy. You know who's in the side chat? Again, let me welcome those or recognize those that I haven't. Laurie Hayes. Yeah,
nice.
please come in. That would be nice. Nice to have a selection of people to talk to.
I'm sorry, I just switched over to the live chat. I love this.
and Artangelo's in the live chat. Now let me read what he says before I respond to Artangelo. He says, and I quote, "Before you make crappy assertions like that creationists cannot do science, I suggest you investigate a bit. Many scientists are creationists, even young Earth creationists, like..."
Sorry, I need a minute. I'm just muting myself for a minute.
Okay. Like Marcos Eberlin. Okay, firstly, I don't know who Marcos Eberlin is. I've never heard that name. Secondly, Artangelo, why don't you come on in? We can have a chat. But secondly, creationists cannot do science. Because creationists, and you, sir, are one of them, do not accept the science of human evolution. The science of human evolution, Artangelo, is exactly the same science that you accept when it comes to every other discipline in science: astronomy, astrophysics, cosmology, chemistry, biology, name it. Science, the science of human evolution, includes data verification, includes peer review, includes
logic,
includes the fact that human evolution is a fact. Okay, science, it's a science fact, Artangelo. When you say to me in the chat that no, human evolution is not a fact, it's not science, then you just proved to me that you're, what did you say? You said creationists cannot do science. Well, there, I've just proved to you, sir, that creationists cannot do science. You got a rebuttal? Please come in.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, it's just too funny to read that.
Well, I want you to tell you, Crypto.
Why would you put that online?
Crypto.
Sorry, I'm trying not to.
Crypto. What I want you to do is take Artangelo's statement and read it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Before you make crappy assertions. Oh, sorry, it's scrolling up. Just give me a second.
Assertions.
I need my coffee, okay?
Well, take a sip. Or put some coffee in an eyedropper and just put it into your eyes.
I think I need rum before I read this.
Well, do whatever you got to do.
Before you make crappy assertions like that creationists cannot do science, I suggest you investigate a bit. Many scientists are creationists, even young Earth creationists, like Marcos Erblin.
I don't know. I've never heard that name.
Neither have I.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, he's real top of my roster of academic documents, I can tell.
Yeah, that is supposed to make an impact. Marcos
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah. Let's do some research. That's a good idea.
Yes. I don't have enough comedy.
So he says, I suggest you investigate a bit. Like, creationists cannot do science. I suggest you invest. Exactly. I just told him that Christians don't accept. Creationists don't accept human evolution. I've just done my investigation. Thank you very much, Artangelo.
Yeah. I'm gonna investigate a fairy tale. Okay, I am gonna investigate the best plot line for a sci-fi movie.
Come on, Artangelo. Don't be such a chicken. Don't be a coward. Come on in.
I don't bite unless you ask nice.
You know what? You know what the funny thing about Artangelo is? He's not very smart. So the other day, in a comment to as a comment to one of the videos I made, where I point out how stupid Christianity is and how impossible or how in order to be a Christian you have to accept things like Immaculate Conception and stuff like the resurrection, like really dumb, stupid, man-made ideas.
I accept Immaculate Conception because I'm just going to put it by there and kind of wiggle it a bit. I won't put it in, I swear. Hey, he might have had swimmers. That's not,
but that's a virgin birth. That's different from Immaculate Conception.
Well,
see, virgin birth.
It's all nonsense.
Of course, it's all nonsense. But the Immaculate Conception is something that Artangelo has to accept, something that's scientifically impossible. So now he says that he can.
Maybe you should study biology. I mean, you can have a perfectly intact hymen and have had sex.
I think the paradox. I think the paradox here is
They don't
that
want to.
the paradox here is that I'm not sure, but it seems to me that that Artangelo is a science or biochemistry teacher in a school or a college or something like that. So that's where I think he comes with his highfalutin, I'm better than you. However, when the point I was trying to make was when Artangelo's comment to something I said in one of my videos was where he quoted a chapter and a verse from the Bible. I can't remember which one it was, but he quoted it, and then he says, the fool says in his heart that there is no God. That was his whole comeback to whatever I said in the video. That's the best he can do. The best Artangelo can do is quote a silly little phrase from his man-made scriptures that says, the fool says in his heart that there is no God. Something like that. That's the best he can do.
I would kind of go with him. 2 Corinthians 11:13-15, and that is how I feel about most Christians.
Well, I don't know these.
He will look that one up. I'm sure that one will stick out in his head. I find Christianity, and I do own the label, very toxic. I don't think it is healthy for children. I don't think it is based in any kind of logic that is healthy in 2021. You look at what has been going on with the pandemic. Is religion healthy? No, it's causing people to be stupid.
Right.
Sorry,
It's okay. You're right. No, you're right.
Like I am a Christian because
no, don't be a Christian.
Family. Oh, fuck off! It's part of my family.
I refuse to let you be a Christian. I now own you. I own your mind.
Well, Satan's an option. Okay, I can claim Satan and be a Christian.
I'm a Satanist, so you can't claim Satanist. You can't be both. Sorry.
No, if there was. No, if.
Hey, Artangelo, get in here. There's another Christian here to support you.
Without Satan, Jesus has no racket. He's just a dirty hippie. If they don't, it's like wrestling. Unless you have the bad guy, you don't have a racket. And it makes people really uncomfortable. Not just atheists, but other Christians when I say I'm Christian. For some reason, it's really offensive when I say it, but other people, it's okay to say it.
Well, if you're a Christian, how come you mock other Christians? You laugh at other Christians?
I'm allowed to. It's part of my tribe.
Hey, spooky bed hair. Good morning. Henry, good morning. God equals the square root of -1. That's a cool name.
Yeah. Good to see you, God. I know you're from the other channel. Waves.
Yeah, I recognize some of these people from leaving comments.
Yeah. I know a few from other channels.
Okay, listen.
Is there a Wild in the chat?
Yeah, Wild Heart. I don't know if he's in the chat. No, yes, he's in the chat.
I think we need better networking, or the atheist community. There's a networking that happens in the horror movie community I don't see happening, and you could have so much more power towards the movement.
Let's get back to Artangelo. He's come up with another genius.
Oh,
Dr. John Baumgartner's catastrophic plate tectonics theory
does that have to do
was
with your
reported in
argument?
Nature. He also created a software program called Terra that predicts tectonic plate movements. He is a creationist. Now, I would like to repeat what Cryptomeria said. What the fuck does that have to do with the argument? That doesn't mean that human evolution is not science. Come on, Artangela, you can do better than that. Maybe you need to have your morning coffee.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want, like, does he get a gold star for that? A medal? Like,
No, he gets nothing.
Do you want a sticker?
He gets a Razzie.
I'm sorry. That's a horrible argument, especially someone like me who understands, you know, like you live in me and Sidney live in an earthquake region. You cannot use plate tectonics in any sort of way.
But what's his point? What's his point? So,
I don't know.
Somebody wrote a software program that predicts plate tectonics, and he's a creationist. So the fuck what? See, it makes no sense. So did made a foolish generalization. So I'm calling you. Well, you know what, Artangelo. He retracted
you're
that.
He's trying.
He retracted.
Really trying to.
You made a foolish generalization. I'm calling you out on it. Okay, so what is the foolish generalization?
So are you, well, I'm trying to understand this. Is he trying to say that because someone develops software that proves Jesus?
I don't know.
Maybe it is, but I mean, I do love the internet. If God made it, then
right.
Hey.
Come on in, Lotangelo. Come on in, man.
Well, I had to go soon anyway, so you won't have to talk to a girl.
I don't want to talk to anybody but girls. I only want to talk to girls.
It's so weird. It's like, well, we have to separate. And what the? Yeah.
Hey, you know something, Crypto? You know something?
Yeah.
Travel restrictions are now about to be lifted.
I know.
I can take the ferry pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I got that second jab, you know.
Well, first you got to get that first
Sorry,
one.
I've been so. No, I have got my first one.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, hell, then why would you need two? Shouldn't one job be enough to give you a comfortable life?
I have had such a small bubble, I do not want to chance it. I'm just going to keep rocking the antisocial for a while.
We're going to do some work from home. Okay, see, well, Henry's asking Artangelo, he says, what does nonsense like young earth creation and the flood, etc., have to do with being a Christian? There are plenty of Christians who don't believe that stuff. So the Christians who don't believe that, but the Christians who don't believe that stuff, are they really Christian? Or what makes?
Call myself.
Tell me what makes you a Christian.
I do not have the time to get into it. I will make a video.
Okay.
I will apologize for myself.
Well, why don't you just come in next time when you have time and tell us? Well, if you want to do a video, that's fine.
I would rather be able to control the dialogue. I find on, like, I'm so OCD, this, like, just gets all scattered when I come onto the live chats.
Oh, yeah.
I can't actually develop a proper statement.
No problem. No, okay, well, do what you have to do, whatever makes you comfortable.
You will love it. You will love it.
No
and
doubt.
I know you think I'm crazy for saying I am, but I like making people uncomfortable. So Christian works. Is that a good answer? Hey, it is perfect for comedy. Like, I have gotten so much material out of like doing the whole like theology thing. It's been great. Like, the shit writes itself.
So you're a Christian who laughs at Christianity or other Christians?
Yes.
Okay.
I laugh at the system of Christianity.
Well, why?
Because-
Why bother? Listen, if you ignore the system of Christianity, there's nothing to laugh at.
Oh my goodness, Sidney.
What?
I'm sorry. I have to get ready. I love your channel.
Thank you
This
very
has
much.
been so much fun, and hopefully other people come on and
That would be nice, yeah.
see it's painless. You know, he doesn't.
Yeah,
fight.
listen, if you can come on after your hemming and hawing, then anybody can, right?
Yeah, see, I put on my big girl pants. Anyone can.
Good for you. Good for you. All right.
Well, big hugs, everyone. Sidney and everyone in chat, and yeah, just well done, sir.
Thank you. See you again. Right, so Crypto has left. Artangelo, it's only me in the room, and if you join, it'll be me and you in the room. Because you're calling me out on what? There's nothing to call me out on. If anything, Artangelo, I call you out. In fact, I have called you out. This chat room is really moving really slowly. Slowly. Well, I think that for the first successful Google Meet, Hangout, chat, whatever you want to call it, this one went quite well. The only problem, well, it's not a problem really. Artangelo made some serious blunders in the side chat there, and he has to come and explain them, or he wants to. He's challenged me to explain his blunders, but I can't because they're his blunders. So he needs to come in and explain them himself. Artangelo, if you're there, come on in. If not, I'm going to call this a day in the life of Sidney Winston's Google Meet Hangout attempted, but not quite successful. I think we're waiting for a word to resolve all this, aren't we? I can't think of one. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's happening. I'm gonna slowly shut this down. If somebody joins, I'll reopen it, but this is what it's gonna look like for the next couple of minutes. Thank you for joining, thank you for watching, love you all.